One problem I have noticed in the EdTech industry that many coaches have is onboarding their students or their registrants. You could have hundreds students, 500 students, thousands of students, and manually adding them to Google Drive, Google Calendar can take you days. I personally know of a coach who I helped to build this automation I want to run you through, who said they use 3 days to onboard their students because their students were in hundreds, sometimes almost 300. And it was taking a toll on them because it didn't give them time to prepare for the classes. And it also ate into the time they would troubleshoot students who had issues with the onboarding. And all they needed was something very simple, a simple automation that could solve this problem in minutes. And I said, say no more, I'm going to fix it for you. So I came up with this automation here, just 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5 nodes in n8n that helps them onboard the students as soon as the students are registering for the course. So I'm going to run you through the main things that concerns this. Now, I'm not using my client's detail. I mean, for obvious reasons. I don't want to expose people's data there. So I'm using my personal detail to show you what I built for them. So if you look at the shared one, it is just my email address that is there. And this is the form that I created. This is a sheet that is linked with the Google form that will be taking the registrant's name. Something very simple. I just put name and email address. Then this is the reoccurring meeting that they have. If you look at here, it says weekly, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, because those are when their classes happen between the hour of 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And if you can see, I'm the only person who is there. There's no other person. So here, let me show you how I did that. So I'm going to fill the form. The form is being the workflow is being published, and I'm going to fill the form so that you can see how that runs. So I'll just put Queen here. Then I'll put one of my emails here. It's Gmail. Okay, so I'm going to hit submit. What that does is that it populates here. It's already populated here. Remember, this was empty before, and it's supposed to. So let's go to execution and see. We're waiting for it. This is 11:10. So let's wait to see that it works. You can see that it's showing running. If you can see, it's showing running. So we would go to check our. Okay, it's a success. So let's go to see our Google Drive. Remember, the Google Drive just had only the organizer's details, which was me. And as you can see, Comfort is here as a viewer. And let's go to the calendar. This is test run. And you can see Comfort has been invited. If I go to my email, we'll be able to see this notification. So let's do that. Now, as you can see, this says folder shared with you 2026 test run, and this was 0 minutes ago. This invitation says test run at weekly from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays from March 25th to Sunday, March 29th. And this was sent 0 minutes ago too. So the person who owns the email is supposed to click yes so that it reflects on their calendar. And there you have it. I have completely created an automation for them. So before you go, let me just walk you through each of the nodes so that you understand what I built for them. For the first trigger, the reason why I use Google Sheets instead of a Google form is because one, n8n doesn't have a Google form trigger. Secondly, the forms are usually attached to a Google Sheet, right? Where the people who fill have their details populated in the Google Sheet. So why don't we just use our Google Sheet as a trigger for when the role is added? And that is why we have this, that every minute it gets to run. But if you can see, it took less than a minute of me filling the form for people, the various people to have their access, right? Instead of having to copy their email from the CRM, going to add it to Google Drive, changing the assets, going back to take their email, add it to Google Calendar, and all that stress. So I picked the form, I picked the Google Sheets tab, the tab in the Google Sheets, and all that, and the trigger when a role is added That is what I picked. Then I had the share folder, and this one is to share access. If you see, this is being mapped. Because I did not execute this one by one for you to see the parameters, but hold on, let me see. Let me go to the execution and copy the successful one to the editor. Right. I've copied the successful one to the editor so that you can see the parameters when I open them. Good. So the name from the Google Sheet and the email address, and the email address is what is being marked in the email address part. The row is reader, which in turn means viewer access that you give to the people who are filling the form. You don't want to give them editor access. If you wanted to give them more access, you can add that here. But for the purpose of this, it is just viewer access we wanted to give them. And this is what it looks like in a tabular form. This is what it looks like in a schema form and in a JSON format, right? And if you wanted to make any adjustments, you just come here and edit it. I didn't have a need for that. So what I did next was that after adding them to the Google Drive, you should go and get all the events on my calendar so that I can filter it by the specific events I want them to get. So if you check here, these are the events that I have. I have so many events on my calendar, and I do not want all of that events for them to be added to it. So first fetch all the events on the calendar. Then we use a filter to filter by the specific event I want them to have access to. So a condition where the summary is test run meeting, not suite conference, not any other thing, but test run meeting, right? So when that is filtered, that is the specific events all the participants will be added to. So I now use the update and events node in n8n. And the event ID, I'm now able to fetch the event ID of that specific reoccurring event, which is the test run meeting. So look at it, look at the ID here that I just marked here. And what mode do I want? I want the attendees, and I want that the attendees are added below. I don't want them to be replacing the previous attendees. So if I use this other option, it will remove the attendees that are there before and replace them with the new people filling, which I don't want to. I want that it should be updating as people feel. It should be updating and not removing anybody. That's why I picked the option. And there you have it. You can see. Even me, myself, it didn't even take me up to an hour to walk you through this process that would usually take people 3 days. So if you are an EdTech coach and you're in the EdTech space, or even anybody who think you need something very simple to use to onboard registrants or students to Google Drive and Google Calendar without having to do this manually. People can be filling the form even when you're away from your system, when you're sleeping, you're not available, and they will still be onboarded as expected, right? So do send me a message for me to build it for you, and it will be my absolute pleasure to build it for you, walk you through it, and hand over the project to you. My name is Adeze.